You and Newbie. You wanted Penn State. You got Penn State. Penn State's back on the mix.
Oh, the Penn State's first?
Penn State's first. Might as well start with them. Big game. Big game. Ohio State comes in to Happy Valley.
It's a big game, but did you see the spread?
I know. 15 and a half total, 61. So that's a big home dog spot for your boys.
Yeah.
Now, no whiteout. You did that last week against Minnesota. This
Right.
is the noon game, Big Fox noon game. They changed the atmosphere here a little bit. This is a massive one here, but let's go through. I'm going to give you two matchups.
Okay.
Two matchups to watch. You tell me which one you trust more, which one you like, if we're trying to make a case for Penn State. Okay, start with that. Make a case for the home dog.
I like this. I like the way we're going. Usually
make a case.
You're giving me cases against Penn State. So
no, I'm just here to give information. You guys make the case. I'm just going to give you some information. You ready?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
So one of them is the Penn State pass rush against CJ Stroud from Ohio State.
Okay.
Some numbers.
Yeah.
The Penn State pass rush is second in the Big Ten in terms of grade from PFF.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
That's
now
good.
Here's the not so good, maybe.
Oh,
it's only been above a 70 grade against Ohio, Auburn, and Central Michigan.
Not good offenses.
Not good offenses. That's
Ohio
one.
State's like maybe the best offense in the country.
Yep. So that's one. Watch that. Can that pass rush show up against one of the better teams, the best team it'll face on its schedule? That's one thing to watch. Yeah. Now flip to the other side. Ohio State's defense is much improved under Jim Knowles. We talked about him a lot last year. He was at Oklahoma State, had a historically good defense for the Cowboys. He's come over to Ohio State and put together a much improved defense, number 2 nationally in total defense. And their run defense has been very good, a 92.6 grade on Pro Football Focus.
Run defense, that's what Penn State
run defense, right? Wow. Run defense is very good for Ohio State going against that excellent rush offense of Penn State. You guys have been talking about it for a long time. Newbie brought up Singleton a year ago when he was still in high school. The two backs for Penn State, the two young running backs, 30 touches, 197 yards last week. That includes a couple through the air, but they've been very good. Which of those do you trust more? Penn State's really good running game or Ohio State's defensive rush defense? But before you answer, let me give you one other thing. Here's Ohio State's opponents thus far.
Yeah, give me this information because they ain't played anybody even outside the state of Ohio, have they? Played
Notre Dame.
Yeah, no good.
Arkansas State. Toledo. Wisconsin.
Terrible.
Rutgers. All 5 of those at home. Their first 5 games at home.
Nice game.
Then at Michigan State. Back home for Iowa.
That's it.
So this is not a murderer's row for Ohio State. Yeah, I know they're very good. They're very talented. They haven't been tested. Can Penn State test them? And more importantly, for our purposes, can they stay within 15.5 here?
See, that's why you always look at those numbers, but then you got to look at the numbers behind the numbers or the names or the teams behind the numbers, which we also do here on the EITB. That's what the kids are calling the show. The 8 in the box. I'm okay with the running for Penn State. Like, I think they'll be able to run the ball a little bit enough. What I'm worried about is they're going to be able to stop Ohio State. This is a problem. Ohio State scores and then scores again and then scores again. And if you don't keep up, you end up like Iowa did last week, crushed, beaten down, and walked out of the shoe. What was it, 54-10, I believe?
54-10, correct.
Thanks for coming. This number, I was hoping to see it under 14 when I saw it come out, because that meant that my buddies and stuff were trying to get some Ohio State money at the beginning. No, we opened this thing 16. This is one of those weeks I'd have been mad to be at the book. I'd have been working, not happy, because I want to be happy and joyful about the World Series and the Phillies and excited about Penn State playing, going, they're trying to lead everybody to take their points. This is going to be a blowout. I'm a homer. I'm an alumni. For a long time, I always defend Penn State and root for them strong, but this week, B, how? Look at you smiling. You're
no,
like
I'm
excited.
not.
No, I see you smiling.
Because I'd play.
Lay the points.
If
could
you
go
said
later
play
points.
Penn State, I might take a look at this. I mean, it's 15 and a
No.
half points at home. I'd like to take a home dog. I can't. I don't think I can. It feels like this. Would it surprise you if this one's close for a while and then Ohio State late, here they come, they start
Yeah,
chucking it, get some touchdowns late, win by even 17 or more, they cover, they're out, they win.
this is exactly what it sounds like. They're going on all these national platforms, calling Penn State a paper lion and all this other stuff. And I'm sitting here listening to this
What are they calling them?
paper
A
lion.
what?
The,
Oh.
the paper.
That's
What?
pretty fun.
What are you
That
shrugging your
was-
shoulders for?
That's pretty good. That's a nice line. I hadn't heard that before.
Yeah, it's the
I hadn't
paper
seen that.
That's
Oh.
well, that's what they're calling them. So I'm not excited about it. The total has me interested here. This is an over. It's not an over. Who's stopping who here?
You want over? Over 61?
You don't?
Probably. I don't know if I'll play it, but probably.
Newbie, real quick. I know you're paying attention to the levels and all these other things, but is it hard to even like think about like you'll have a game 2 of the World Series to worry about on Saturday? Are you going to be diving into the college football and stuff like normal or not?
Yeah, I need something to occupy my brain all day long. I think it's interesting because you're one of the guys who I'll defer to for totals. That was kind of one of the things that you were always kind of specialized when you were making odds. I looked at that 61 and I thought under. I mean, because if Penn State has to be in this game, it's because they keep it close. It's because they keep it low scoring.
Right.
And we've already seen that even against decent defenses, this team really struggles. So I looked at that 61 and I thought under. I know that Ohio State's defense isn't great, but they're a Big Ten team that Franklin always struggles with.
Yeah. No, maybe you're right. I mean, that's what I think the books want you to think. Because that seems
that makes
high
sense.
as hell.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. If I'm playing, I'm laying, like our friend Teddy Covers says.
Yeah.
Is this 31-14? Is this 38-17? I mean, that's what you're talking about, right? Is this 42-14?
I think this is like I think it's like 10-10 for better part of the game, and then what B House saying, bye. They pull ahead.
Yeah.
Penn State fans sad.
The
again.
only thing that catches or keeps Penn State in the game or gives them one sliver of hope of winning is a couple turnovers. And
Yeah.
Penn State hasn't been able to get them.
Yep.
Like defensively. They haven't been able to get off the field like you need to. So I don't know. This might be celebration time. Like this might be the coronation for the Heisman on a national stage. And Ohio State's, working towards playing Michigan to decide who's going to win the Big Ten. Ugh. It pains me to say I'm not really excited about it.
I'll tell you what, guys. I know Ohio State's excellent real quick, and then we'll move on. I'm incredulous with this schedule, though. My goodness.
It's bad.
After this for Ohio State, after Penn State, it's Northwestern, Indiana, Maryland, and then, of course, the Michigan game.
Yeah.
And we already gave the game. I mean, man, oh, man, you got to place. I mean, college football, you got to force some games here. It needs to. I don't want to go off on a rant here.
Conference, though. Like the
This
conference is what it is. The conference is bad. Like the Big Ten.
Well, the conference isn't what it is because you're adding every school in America. The Big Ten's adding every school in America. Now conferences are so big, you're not playing everybody. That's a rough schedule there, man. There is no tests in that thing.
None at all.
Until the end against Michigan. And maybe Penn State can give them one, but that's wow.
Well, that's why.
Wow.
That's why I mean, I'd argue it's a shame the Big 12 is losing a couple teams, but the Big 12 conference games are fun. Like there's a lot of good competitive games.
It's great. All right. Speaking of which, let's transition into one here.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, click on another video right here on the screen. And if you really liked it, consider subscribing below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.